Battlefield REDSEC launches to mostly negative reviews on Steam, and the game's skins are being adjusted after community backlash. Electronic Arts employees are reportedly frustrated and even mocking the company internally over its push to use more AI. Amazon is laying off more than 14,000 corporate employees, which include Amazon Games workers. Also, Embark Studios are working on 2 more new games, one of which is said to be quote-unquote edgy. And an early prototype of Pokémon Pokopia, Nintendo's upcoming farming sim, has leaked online. I'm Insider Gaming Senior Producer Albert Perkins, and this is your Insider Today for Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. Before we jump into today's episode, make sure that you're subscribed to Insider Gaming with your notifications set to all so you never miss a beat on any of the gaming news that you need to know about. If you've been following the hype, you'll know fans have been eagerly awaiting Battlefield REDSEC, Battlefield 6's explosive new Battle Royale mode that builds on the franchise's signal chaos and destruction. With Gauntlet added into the mix, REDSEC promised to be the ultimate Battlefield Battle Royale experience. However, while some fans are having fun, the wider community response has been rough. As of now, Battlefield REDSEC sits at mostly negative reviews on Steam, based on over 1,600 reviews. That's not a death sentence for EA, but it's definitely not the warm reception that they'd have hoped for. One bright spot is that you don't have to own Battlefield 6 to play REDSEC, it's free to jump into. But that hasn't stopped criticism from pouring in, and players have been vocal about their frustration. Crossover challenges between Battlefield 6 and REDSEC have irritated players who have only want to play one mode. Quote, "I don't like being forced to do challenges for the Battle Royale when I'm just interested in playing the base game." Unquote. The lack of a solo mode has been another major complaint. Quote, "No solo queue and no disable autofill option. I wouldn't have downloaded the game if I knew that beforehand." Unquote. Many have slammed the AI, comparing it unfavorably to Call of Duty's store system, quote, "Terrible UI that mimics Call of Duty's greedy skin bundle store 1-to-1, unquote. And some pointed out that REDSEC's massive map, Fort Lindor, actually highlights what's missing from Battlefield 6's core experience. Quote, "Oh wow, a nice big map with lots of points of interest and flanks. If only we could get something like this for the main game," unquote. While these are just a few opinions, the general sentiment mirrors the Steam rating. There's potential, but players want fixes and separation between modes before they fully buy in. What's your take? Does REDSEC deserve the mostly negative label, or do you think that the community is perhaps being too harsh? Battlefield 6's System Override skin has quietly been updated following community backlash over its bright, unrealistic look. Players have always been vocal about Battlefield's cosmetics. Anything that breaks immersion usually sparks an uproar. The latest controversy came after fans compared System Override to a Monster Energy crossover, thanks to its fluorescent green highlights. As spotted by The Gamer, a Reddit post on the Battlefield subreddit shows the updated version of the skin, where the bright accents have been significantly toned down and the green has been darkened for a more grounded military feel. Players have since praised the developers for listening to feedback and making the adjustment quickly. This isn't the first time that Battlefield 6 has faced cosmetic controversy. Earlier this season, the Wicked Grin skin caused similar outrage for being too over the top, with some players even joking that they'd refuse to revive anyone wearing it. While some fans welcome more creative cosmetics, others feel Battlefield should stay true to its gritty realism, a delicate balance that continues to divide the community. According to a new report from Business Insider, higher-ups at EA have spent the past year urging their nearly 15,000 employees to use AI for just about everything, from code to concept art to even scripting conversation with direct reports about sensitive topics such as pay and promotions. Employees who spoke anonymously to the outlet say that they are encouraged to use the in-house chatbot called Reef GPT, despite it producing flawed code and other so-called hallucinations that they need to correct. Those on the creative side, like character and level designers, say that they are expected to train the AI software using their own created work. It's led to growing frustration and concerns that these decisions could ultimately make their jobs redundant, with layoffs possibly on the horizon. One former employee, a senior QA staffer at Respawn, even believes that AI was at least partly to blame for his job loss this year. He told the outlet that AI was, quote, able to perform a key part of his job, reviewing and summarizing feedback from hundreds of playtesters, unquote. This AI mandate with EA has even led to internal jokes and memes among employees. One meme posted last month to a company Slack channel, according to Business Insider, depicts a cartoon man asking a trio of CEOs what they want. They reply in unison, AI. Then the man asks, AI to do what? The CEOs answered, we don't know. The man follows up, when do we want it? The CEOs cheer again, right now. Dozens of EA staff reportedly reacted with crying, laughing emojis. EA declined to comment to Business Insider for the story. They also haven't responded to Insider Gaming's request for comment. Should any public statement be made, it will be added to the story over at InsiderGaming.com. Amazon is reportedly laying off more than 14,000 corporate employees, and with these cuts, both Amazon Games and Twitch are set to be impacted. According to Bloomberg, the layoffs will affect multiple divisions, including gaming and the company's cloud computing arm. Insider Gaming has reached out to Amazon to ask how many employees will be let go from Amazon Games and Twitch. As of publishing, a response has not yet to be received. Bloomberg's Jason Schreier reports that the cuts would largely fall on its offices in Irvine and San Diego, as well as the Central Publishing Division. Steve Bloom, the vice president of audio, Twitch, and games, sent this in an email to employees. Quote, while we're proud of our successes in first-party AAA game development and publishing, we have made the difficult decision to halt a significant amount of our first-party AAA game development work, specifically around MMOs, within Amazon Game Studios, including making significant role reductions in our studios in Irvine and San Diego, as well as our central publishing team. The report also notes that Amazon will reduce the amount of work it does on big budget titles, specifically surrounding massive multiplayer online games, or MMOs. News of the massive layoffs was first reported by Reuters, which claimed that this round of cuts would be the largest in Amazon's history. Previously, back in 2022, the company laid off around 27,000 employees. Impacted workers this time are expected to be notified via email. Insider Gaming will have more coverage on these layoffs, including what happens next for Amazon Games as information becomes available. What do you guys think of these massive layoffs hitting Amazon Games and Twitch? Arc Raiders is almost here, and it's shaping up to be one of the biggest extraction shooters that we've seen so far. For Embark Studios, this marks their second major release following the finals, the chaotic destruction-filled arena shooter that blew up when it dropped. But Embark isn't slowing down anytime soon. In a recent chat with the game business, the studio's CEO, Patrick Suderland, revealed that they're already cooking up 2 new projects, and one of them sounds like it's going to push things even further. That, I think it's just ingrained in our DNA, Suderland said when asked if all their games will be online experiences. That doesn't mean that they're online games the same way that the finals or Arc Raiders. One of the concepts we have, I would say, has a lot more edge to it than the finals or Arc Raiders does. The other one maybe is a little more conventional, unquote. Both projects are still in early development, but it's exciting to hear what's on the horizon. Embark has been on a serious roll lately, from the finals to Arc Raiders. They've quickly built up a name for themselves as one of the most innovative studios in the industry. Arc Raiders itself is launching soon and has been getting a ton of attention from the extraction shooter crowd. The genre has been blowing up lately. Even parody games like Escape from Duck-Off are pulling in millions of players. With Arc Raiders dropping soon and 2 more games in a pipeline, Embark clearly isn't running out of ideas anytime soon. What kind of game would you like to see Embark Studios take on next? An early prototype of Pokémon Pokopia, Nintendo's upcoming farming and life sim, has been reportedly leaked online, and yes, it's fully playable in Unity. The leak has even been verified by the infamous Terra leak, giving it some serious credibility. Originally revealed earlier this year, Pokémon Pokopia is a collaboration between Nintendo and Koei Tecmo, where you play as a humanoid Ditto trying to build a peaceful life surrounded by Pokemon. It's packed with farming, crafting, and cozy life mechanics, making it one of 2026's most anticipated Nintendo titles. The leak first appeared thanks to REDSEC and was later confirmed by Centro Leaks, who previously revealed major Pokemon info through the Terra leak, including details about Generation 10. On their X post, REDSEC shared screenshots and short clips from an early prototype build of Pokemon Pokopia. Centro Leaks later uploaded full video footage and even linked to the prototype source code, meaning anyone can technically run it in Unity. According to the leaker, Pokemon Pokopia originally started as a Game Freak project before being handed over to Koei Tecmo. What's even more interesting is that the leaked version looks totally different from what was shown off earlier this year. Instead of a 3D art style, it's completely pixel-based, more like Stardew Valley. Reports suggest that the early version was built for the original Nintendo Switch, acting as sort of a spiritual successor to Pokemon Let's Go. Fans online are already raving about the cozy pixel look, with some even saying that they prefer this version to the newer 3D reveal. Whether this leak reflects the final version or just a scrapped concept, it's fascinating to see how Pokemon Pokopia has evolved during development. That's going to be a wrap on today's news, but don't forget to subscribe along with hitting that like button, and of course, for even more gaming news and exclusives, make sure that you guys visit insider-gaming.com. I'm Insider Gaming Senior Producer, your host with the most A to the P, Albert Perkins, and we will see you on the inside.